From the legends of memory and storage, Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products, precision engineered for speed and stability. Crucial Ballistics.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear Tec Gauntlet Season 3 Powered by Crucial. Our apparel partners at 656, accessory partners Cosmic Byte, and our esports partner is none other than Aimlab. Your boy Aggressive, he's still alive. He's not back on the gauntlet with his main man CCP. Because my main man, which was Assassin, is now sitting on the other side of a monitor and he doesn't want to speak to me. He's somewhere there, I can hear his voice, but he's not here anymore. But for now, what we do have for you here is actually going to be today's fixtures. Let's head on down over to that screen because CCB, Only Friends versus Enigma. This could be a really fun one for sure.
Absolutely, it's going to be a fun one because yet again, looking at these teams, these are going to be the final matches that both Only Friends and Enigma will be playing. So for the fans of either one of these teams, they will be certain that their teams give their level best and have a proper send-off. We may see these teams later on. One of them we will be seeing in the main event here, the Gauntlet. One of them we'll be seeing them in the next season. But yes, after a long day of matches here at the Showdown at the Esports Club channel, we're back. Gauntlet, one match, but it is going to be an exciting one. Group A always is. One can say Group B has more competition, but I'm not gonna lie. Group A has far more versatile matches. Versatile is going to be the term I'm going to be using. Entertaining as well, not in the sense that they're exciting to watch, but they're just overall fun and they provide great entertainment, and this will be nothing short of that as well. Only Friends up against Enigma, best of 3. We may see 3 maps. There is a possibility. But for now, looking at these teams, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I am excited. Final showing. The last time we'll be seeing the side of Only Friends, we'll bring up the standings very shortly. We'll talk about the past results and all. But one thing can be said is Only Friends have had a good mid-tier season, I'm not gonna lie. There is room for improvement. That is absolutely true. Yes, we can see them improve further the more seasons that will happen. For the side of Enigma, well, the Enigma Gaming, nothing much really can be said. We've always seen them perform, and that's exactly what they've done in Group A as well, taking second position, just falling short to Velocity, but then again, their Velocity. So I think Enigma will be happy with this. And even in today's matchup, looking at how everyone has been playing, looking at how the players have been playing as well, not just in Group A, but in Group B as well, I'm really excited. And all over, every single time I watch certain players here, the Gauntlet, I'm excited. Which certain players I'm talking about, Aggressive? I'm talking about the MVPs of the entire Season 3. So let's bring those up. Let's have a chat about the top 4 performing players. And so far, from the side, well, we have a new face. Well, it's going to be Trick from the side of Salt Esports, taking position number 4. Other than that, Deathmaker, Paradox, and Sai, well, they have been at these standings for every single time. Absolutely, they have been staples.
They have been here since the dawn of the Gauntlet. Paradox as well, he's like this home face. He's like, oh, Paradox, how are you? You're still up here in the standings somehow. He's always been here. Doesn't matter how his team has performed. I still remember back in season number 1, Trippers, when its first inception wasn't really performing. They nearly got relegated as well, but honestly, Paradox, he doesn't care. Even if his team is not being able to perform to the best of its own abilities, Paradox is going to come on down through and just brute force his way down over towards the MVP standings over and over again without skipping a beat. That's how good this man is. But for everyone else, Sai, Deathmaker, they're also home faces because that's how they play. EXO going in for a complete 7-0 victory throughout their entire stage. EXO, we thought that EXO was going to have a rough time. I thought that personally that EXO is going to be having a little bit of a difficulty, but that wasn't really the case now, was it? But we're going to be talking about the side of Group B later. First of all, let's head on down over to the group standings for Group A and see exactly what's going to be looking for their side this time around. Because personally, I would say that Group A has caught my eye a lot more than Group B at this point because all of the change-up, all of the switch-ins, it's just going to work out for them here. But as we can see from the standings, it's going to be Enigma rising to the very top slowly but surely. 2 more games for them to play through. Sorry, 1 more match for them to play through. This is their last and final game, and so is the last and final game for the side of Weird. But for Weird, this is their do or die. If they're able to get 2 points here, and if Salt lose out on their following match, then Weird solidify their possibility of taking that number 4 position and heading on down over onto playoffs. But that's a big if, and only if they're able to take out Enigma on a 2-0 scoreline. But if they only get 1 map, then things could get a little bit more spicy. And hey, as we're talking about the side of Only Friends, why don't we head on down over onto their team intro? And hey, CCB, introduce us the squad.
Only Friends, as a roster, we have seen them day in, day out. They've had good performances, but at the same time, they have had their falters as well. The last time we saw them was about a week ago here, the Gauntlet as well, when we saw them pit against Velocity, the top dogs. The one can surely say the tournament favorites here, the Gauntlet. But the thing was, and their Only Friends, they did not manage to take a map. They lost 0-2. Before that, when they played against Sus Squad, they had a better showing. So the thing is, for Only Friends, they are still in the midst of figuring out where they stand in the overall rankings in the South Asian competitive Valorant tier. They know they aren't as good as Velocity, but then again, they know they can beat certain teams. Certain teams of caliber such as Sus Squad, to an extent, even reckoning Esports that they have defeated in the past. So with that being said and done, this being their final best of 3 that they will be playing, I think season 4 is going to be a far better indication and a far better way of solidifying their standings and their position overall in the ecosystem of South Asian competitive Valorant. And right now, Only Friends, they're just a group of they're a group of friends, and there's a team later on. Nobody knows what's going to happen with that roster. They could be picked up, so many things could happen. But yeah, season 4, I'm gonna be honest, I see as a far more optimistic scenario for them. Season 3 is coming to an end. I'm not saying season 3 was bad. They're not getting relegated, but at the same time, they're not going to the main event. They are not going to the playoffs, not in the top 4. Sadly cannot happen. So they're still in the mid tier, and I think they will be happy with this performance, considering that this is their only, the first time that we are seeing them here at the Gauntlet. However, their opponents, well, we have seen them many a times. We have seen them so many times. But the thing is, I still want to talk about Only Friends. There have been so many of those potential hero plays, I'm gonna be honest, not just in terms of individual performances, skills, frags, headshots, but also in terms of utility usage. And that is exactly why we have the player spotlight, to shine that spotlight on one of the members on the side of Only Friends. And in this case, well, it's going to be their primary controller, Gaurang. Had a decent performance, average combat score 174, his KDA less than 1, but doesn't matter. Like I mentioned, not always about the hero plays in terms of kills and headshots. For Gaurang, especially with the agent he's playing, especially with Astra, it's gonna be about the fact that his utility usage has to be impeccable. We'll talk about the maps, and the maps which we will be seeing are going to see Astra a lot. So he has to be on the top of his game with his situational awareness. In terms of his gun skill and mechanical abilities, where he's got to perform like he always does. Doesn't have to be at the top of the table, just has to be consistent. It's going to come down to more or less how he uses his utility in order to favor his team, taking gunfights, executions, or even retakes.
It's just a cut above the rest when it comes down to his raw controller setups. But at the same time, CCV, there's one thing that we always know about Gaurang. The one thing that I want to see from him is the Brimstone. Him on the Brimstone is always such a treat to watch. So I'm really hoping to see a couple of Icebox, maybe, no, not Icebox, sorry, maybe Byte, maybe Fracture, have that Brimstone get pulled out and just showcase to the entire world how good he can be on that. But with Astra being here, Brimstone is just, he's always going to be second fiddle. There's no one that wants to play that guy if there's an Astra player on your side. But for now, let's see who we're going to be seeing from the side of Enigma. We head on down over into their team intro and see what they're going to be cooking up for us, because in general, as a squad, as you just stated, we don't need to give them an introduction, but at the same time, it's our job for a reason. Hika, RVK, Antidote, Raw Fuel, and Rexy. This has turned into a complete another power squad. Initially, we thought that Enigma, maybe they're a little bit too iffy. They're just not, finely tuned with one another, but that's not really the case now, is it? They're now much more in tune as a squad. They're playing together as a proper unit. It feels as though Antidote has completely grown out of his shell of being just a duelist player. And now he's like completely demolishing his opposition over and over again through just his
Yeah.
pure utility usage. And that level of utility usage is something so immaculate that I feel as though Antidote is turning into be one of the best controllers in our entire region, hands down, by just playing a couple of games because his raw mechanical skill pushes him to that next level that a lot of other controllers can't reach.
You know, that is going to be a rivalry we'll have, we surely must have a look at, which is going to be Gorang versus Antidote. Not just in terms of their performances, mind you. For me, it's going to be how exactly did they use their utility, both as, you know, Astra mains. More so, we will be seeing Astra from their side. I know, just like your Grave, even I want to see the Brimstone. Even I want to see, you know, the ultimate and all of that. But with that being said and done, I think Astra is going to be a far more viable pick. You know, we'll keep talking about her. But the thing is Antidote the person who will be in the player spotlight? Is this going to be the rivalry we will be talking about, or is there someone else from Enigma we don't always talk about? Oh no, I think we talk about this guy a lot. Do we? Have we mentioned him aggressive? I haven't heard. Yeah, I don't know about Raw Fuel. Is he a sentinel or something? He has the jet. I have not seen him perform. Headshots, nah. Average combat score of 284. That's like next to nothing. But give
True.
more info about Raw Fuel, please.
Hey. You can't diss about my boy Raw Fuel. You can't
Oh,
diss about my boy Raw Fuel like that. Come
yeah.
on. Just look at his face. He's giving you the stink eye right now. He's like, CCB, I'm coming to your house and I'm gonna slap you a couple of times. Don't really worry about it. He's gonna slap you with daggers instead of his hands. But that's what Raw
I
Fuel
don't know
is.
if that's better or worse, but
Hey, it's your time to judge. I'm saying that it's better. You don't want to feel this guy's wrath at all. But for the side
absolutely,
of only
yes.
friends, they're gonna be facing his entire demons just pouring out from him. This guy is just a completely different beast when it comes down to the server. Like I've heard from a lot of people that Raw feels like a really nice person. He's super chill in real life, but when he's on the game, this guy has no chill. He's gonna dash into a site. He's either gonna kill everyone there just by tapping them out of existence, or he's gonna die in the most horrendous way possible. There's no in between. But normally it's the first thing or then the latter. So Raw he's such an explosive jet player that, honestly speaking, Enigma, they can always rely on him. Initially, Raw he was having such a rough time trying to fit into the role of the jet. He always used to love to play that Reyna instead, play it slow, play it steady, but this aggressive playstyle just really suits him. And he embodies that suit so well. But moving on down the line from that, we're going to be heading on down over to the map video screen to see exactly where these teams are going to be taking us. Because personally, we can talk about the players all the time, but if the
Yeah.
teams are not, so if the maps are not perfect for the teams, they're just not going to be
Ooh,
perform. And Enigma picking up Split
that's
right off the get
interesting.
go, that's going to be a
I'm
smart
not
thing
gonna
to do,
lie.
man.
Absolutely, I agree with you 100% because we've seen Enigma here, the esports club, for the past 2 days. They've played the map of Split. Yesterday, they played it in the showdown against Global Esports, albeit, yes, they lost 13-8, but that's global. Day before that, they played it here, the Gauntlet, yet again, and they played it against Salt Esports, team fighting for that number 4 position still. And Enigma ended up winning 39. So, because of the fact that we have seen Enigma play the map of Split 2 days in a row consecutively, tells me that more or less we're gonna be seeing something favorable. I think Enigma as a map, like considering their squad, they have been picking Split more prominently, and I think they're on their journey to make it one of their strongest maps. I'm not completely sure why they want to. Either it can be because now we have a 7 map pool and teams are still not don't want to play Fracture, so they are far more inclined to take the map of Split where they wouldn't have as much experience when compared to some place like Ascent, maybe Bind, etc. etc. So by picking Split and by making it their safe haven, by making it the place where they can try and take confident rounds and where they can be confident and in their prime, it's a very smart decision. And similarly, like you mentioned, Aggressive, it is very smart to take that as map number 1.
Split being that first initial pickup is just something that we really needed in that, didn't we? Good plays, good shots. And with Split being the first initial one, I believe that only friends they're gonna be a little bit too uncomfortable when you think about it in the long run. Its selection is gonna get prepped up and ready, so we're gonna be hitting on down over there, and you're exactly gonna see why I say it's very uncomfortable. They don't really like it as much now, do they? Because think of it
Yeah.
like this: positions are good, but it's just that only friends as a squad. They're a rambunctious group. They like to be a little bit more flexible in the way that they like to take their fights. So in that sense, this map, not really their forte, but maybe they can make something work. But for Enigma, they pretty much live and breathe on this map. This is one of their best.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Just quickly mentioning about the map Vito finally, for the final time before we jump into the map of Split and talk about that. Haven is going to be the map for the side of Only Friends. We saw them play it against Sus Squad. They ended up winning the last time they played it in season 3, and that's the only thing. Right now on Split, Only Friends are like, okay, let's try new strategies. We know we are already, like, rationally, we know in a way we are going to lose. So let's try something. Enigma, tier 1 squad, we can try any
Select
sort of
your
strategies we want. We can try and make it work. And if it doesn't, then we can go to Haven, and obviously we will be going to Haven will absolutely happen. It's just about map number 3. It's just about Icebox, which is still up for debate. So yeah, Only Friends, they have to just keep Haven in mind on the map of Split. Just play it, and try to make the best out of the situation, because they have chosen a double duelist comp, which is interesting. Not always do you get to see Jet on this map. Raze is given far more preference, but double duelist, I'm not complaining. It's still, Split is one of those maps where you can opt for double initiative if that's your preference. You can go for double duelist, albeit that's not the most common, unlike other maps. And you can obviously go for double controller, which many teams like to prefer. Astra Viper is gaining more and more popularity in the recent days. But now, let's jump into the game. Agents don't matter, the players matter. How exactly they perform matters, as we will be jumping in to the pistol round, which will be starting in very, very shortly. I just mentioned the double controller setup, and yeah, Gracie, we have seen it yet again from the side of Enigma. They have taken Astra Viper for one more time. It's going to be Jet as their duelist, and Raw Fuel obviously on the Jet. We know he can be deadly, but is it the most optimal pick for this map? I wouldn't say so. Then again, it's Raw Fuel. He can make Jet work anywhere, even in Counter-Strike.
Down the line, we can see that Raw Fuel, he has no chill. Raw Fuel, relax a couple of seconds, my boy. The game just started. You don't need to take them down like this. He deals the damage. He wanted that ghost. He wanted to swing out, but he's just not going to be able to do it much. But wait, Cruiser?
Last player standing.
How did he get that kill? How did he survive for this long? But still, hey, HBS, not gonna live for too long now. Only Friends, they get slapped hard. And Enigma, they get a pretty convincing pistol round for their side. But hey, it's a map of Split. I hate this map, and I hate the pistol rounds here.
Okay, the pistol round, I'll agree with you. We go over very, very quickly. Enigma took the win. Now it's an anti-eco from their side. Done and dusted. Only Friends. Yeah, it's an eco. Not much. One shorty, that's about it. But then again, the buy doesn't matter. This round in of itself isn't going to be that valuable. We can all 10 of the players are going to brief over it very, very quickly as well. Only Friends, they can try to defend, but Enigma are just going to play it smart. Hopefully they won't lose either one of their Spectres or any of their Spectres. As a matter of fact, everyone will be going for the proper anti-eco, as it is known. Full armor Spectres and a bit of utility. So Only Friends are looking not the best. The full buy round is exactly where they should be focusing at the moment. This round, sweep it under the rugs, just go over it, overlook it. It won't really matter, and that's the case with all of anti-ecos. More so on the map of Split, because yeah, yet again, I just see this happening as a proper massacre. I don't see it going any other way. SP5, though, he has been one of the star players. Rexy's cam, he spots him, and SP5 has to fall back. So Enigma still looking on the attack. There goes, the Trailblazer from the side of Sky, gaining more active information that there is no one on top of A rafters. However, look at Cruiser God. Look at this angle he's holding. Rexy's covering it. Hika's also holding it. Now, when exactly does the smoke dissipate? When does it go off? Cruiser God, before the smoke dissipates, he falls back and he takes an extreme left position right there. There goes the flash. Rexy will be peeking. He spots one. He gets one. That's the second kill. He knows the Sky is there. And in this case, the Sky gets the kill. It wasn't the Sky on the side of Enigma. It was the Sky on the side of Only Friends. However, we see Cruiser God from behind.
Enemy remaining.
Oh, just poor Hika. Just completely isolated. No support right there. Antidote comes to the rescue. However, it's just a bit late. Enigma... yeah, Enigma... they win the round. Just 2 casualties. I don't think they'll be minding that.
Got them Cruiser biceps coming around the corner, flexing his biceps. He's like, come on, give me the skill. Fisting off him down. But just not gonna happen today now, is it? Only Friends. It's alright. One more round, not going in their favor. It's okay because, hey, they dealt a good chunk of damage when it comes in terms of the eco now, didn't they? So they're gonna be able to pat themselves on the back and be like, boys, we tried our hardest, we did our best. The damage has already been done. Let's go on down over into our buy round and show them exactly what we're made of.
Cage triggered.
Hopefully, it is something correct as right now, good toxic screen from the side of Enigma, but still they haven't made any map control. It was just to sell a sort of fake, to make Only Friends think about what Enigma's plan is. And their plan was to attack B Heaven, where Cruiser God's there alongside HVS, and both of them pick up kills. However, RVK is in the bomb side. He picks up the Phantom. Cruiser God against Hika. Hika spots him first. He's jiggle peeking. Oh, Hika with the Spectre just couldn't land the shots entirely. And here comes SP5. Hika yet again may find himself in the same scenario where he's entirely isolated. SP5 spots him. He's going for the spray. Hika all alone. He has to make a play, and he regroups with his team on the main bomb side. Only Friends, even though they had the better guns, they don't have the man advantage right now. 5 HP Cruiser God cannot be healed. The Sky is gone off the board. No healing ability. RVK spots him from below. SP5, he gets one. Now it's time for a clutch. He has to get the 1 versus 3. Spots Hika, but no, yet again in this case, both the guns may have had silencers, but it's going to be the Spectre silencing the Phantom.
And they'll catch up. Stay alert.
Now, with all their positions primed and their chambers loaded, the side of Enigma, they're able to answer back hard, and they're just able to get all of the kills that they needed in that last particular round. And with that, it's not looking that strong for the side of Only Friends now, is it just yet? But, of course, when it comes down to the Marshall pickups, when it comes down to Cruiser God and SP5, it's just a little bit cut above the rest. They know how to use those Marshalls, and they know how to make it sing beautifully, that song of death that we like to hear. The dinks on the forehead. But as we take this pause, because Grong did have to go in for reconnect, I believe that the momentum that was gained from the side of Enigma is going to slow down just a tiny little bit, but the morale is high. While for the side of Only Friends, I doubt that it's going to be high just yet, but slowly I do believe they're going to be able to turn it all around.
If they can play against Velocity and they can have a showing like that where Velocity, there's no way to sugarcoat it. Velocity did defeat them in a pretty bad manner. I think Only Friends will be aware that, again, Enigma, though right now Enigma, may not be of the, exact same caliber as Velocity, are still pretty strong, one of like the top 4 teams in the region at the moment. So with that being said, I think Only Friends heading into this match, I think they would already be aware that their final 2 matches, one being against VLT, the other being against Enigma, were going to be tough asks regardless. So they would have had to make progress in the season early on, which, to be fair to them, they did. Not progress everyone would have wanted, such as being in the main event, going to, the playoffs. However, they aren't getting relegated, so it's not all too bad. They can still stay in for season 3, and we will be seeing them next season, which is great to know. So Only Friends should be fine. This map of split entirely, even though Only Friends are starting on defense, statistically it is favored for the defense. I still think that Enigma are going to take majority of the rounds here. Trying to predict the end score line, it's gonna be somewhere around the lines of I don't know, from either a 10-2 to an 8-4, something like that. I can see Only Friends winning a few rounds, but they need to get those initial kills, and they need to stop Enigma dead in the tracks. As soon as Enigma get either an opening frag or they even get a trade, they'll be happy with the map control they'll be receiving alongside it.
Let's see how they'll play this round out now. because Enigma, they know that the side of only friends, they are dangerous when it comes down to these eco rounds. One small mistake and this could cost them a lot. Hey, Rexy, he's looking out for spotting out of these players. He knows exactly where SP5 is. With the dash out, he's going to be able to get himself out of that sticky situation. Gets a little bit of information, though, but still, Cruiser God, good for one. Takes down Hiccup, but still, Andino chimes back immediately, being able to take down SP5. That's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. And a really good 1-for-1, I would say, as well. Just a little bit, not too much. Now it's up to Kev. Kev, he's so good when it comes down to his raw mechanical skill, but still, he needs to hit that shot. If he did find that, side of Enigma, they would be reading back.
Oh, that wasn't the best.
Left.
Yeah, just misfortune for the side of HVS. And yet again, Enigma find themselves with the man advantage, but they have used up a lot of time, so they have to go in for the execute, which is going to happen from B Heaven. There it is. Oh, there's the kill on to Kev. Gorang is there on B Heaven, but can he stop it with the Spectres? I don't think he can. The spike is going over to the B bomb side. This is the only chance only friends will have to stop the spike from being planted. However, all angles are being covered. Everything is being ensured to make sure the spike is going to get planted, which it is, to be fair to them. And Cruiser God, being the only person alive with the Marshal, spots out many people, however can shoot only a bullet. Even that doesn't land and he gets knifed. Oh no, that is just pain. Pain.
Hey. Our producer is that evil that he actually did it on an Instagram. Thankfully, he didn't do it on Snowball.
Okay, we have a chance to see it again. As if Cruiser God would have wanted to see it again. I don't think he would like that. But
Hey, that's gonna go into his highlight reel on his Instagram. And hey,
I
speaking of
don't think it is.
Instagram, you should actually follow us on Instagram, the
Yeah.
Esports Club, and of course, me and CCP. Come on, we are the casters. Make sure to go over there, follow us all, because we got a lot of action, a lot of commentary clips, and hey, a lot of incredible gameplay clips as well from these players just like this. Hiccup!
Ready.
And SP5, they're gonna be able to answer back hard. They're gonna give us
I
the
know
clips that we need
exactly
for our
where
casting.
you are.
And for the Esports Club page as well. What was there? Because as the action ramps up, it's just gonna get even better and better down the line. Because now only friends. They can smell an attack coming down over towards that A side, but SP5, he's not in a position to retaliate.
he's got to stay alive, which, like you mentioned, the position just isn't viable for him. He's all alone. And this is something Enigma, I mean, this is basic split theory, but as long as you can, like, I mean, pardon the pun, but as long as you can split the defenders into the B bomb side and into the A bomb side, and, you know, split them apart from the defender spawn, it can be fine. Right now, Raw Fuel, he did an excellent job getting a triple kill. However, his counterpart on the other side, the other Jet SP5, he drops the op. He picks up the Vandal. He's got the Blade Storm, but at the same time, he's only got 60 HP. RBK spots him, but it's going to be his teammate Rexy getting the final kill. Enigma gets round number 5. So, coming back to the point I was making about Enigma's attack, plain and simple, like I just said, basic split theory. You take mid control, try to go up from vents towards A heaven, and then just, you know, you entirely divide and conquer the defense basically. Half of the defense will be on the B bomb side, they can't rotate over entirely, and half of them will be left on the A bomb side as well. So there's no rotations happening, there are no reinforcements coming because you can stop it dead in the tracks. And because of that reason, Enigma just managed to win the round. SP5, he gave a good performance with the Vandal, with the Operator, he got a few kills, but sadly it just wasn't enough, as right now all the performances from OnlyFans isn't enough to counter against whatever Enigma is conjuring up.
God, that was a
Spike
really
down,
nice
B.
one tap onto the face of Rexy. Shots were clean from that, but still with the immediate trade, they're not going to find out much from it now. And they wrong. He's looking for one more. Spots out one of the players. Shots are not getting clean.
Player standing.
Yes, is also not going to be able to find out much. They're just all dropping like flies. Shots were good, man. And hey, for the side of Antidote, it's all about that cleanup. SP5, he gets taken down, and a 0-6 scoreline going in the favor of the side.
I think this scoreline is just going to get, it's just, the Enigma is just going to extend it more. You know, no matter what factor we talk about in this game, whether it be economy, whether it be performance. Speaking of performance, mind you, I'm sorry, RVK has an 8 KD? 8? He has, not only does he have the highest amount of kills, he has the lowest amount of deaths. By a big margin, his next rival is going to be his teammate Antidote with 2 deaths. So RVK is just having a field day out here, not dying, getting kills, saving guns. I would love to see, you know, his perspective right now, and what exactly, how does he stay this long? He's obviously not taking initial gunfights, and that's not his fault. As a controller, you can't take initial gunfights, especially on attack. You've got to use your utility for the execution, and then in the post plan, you're free to do whatever the team wants from your side to happen. So that's completely fine. Gorang in the meanwhile, speaking of controllers, he'll be falling back to the boxes. Can he escape? Oh, he gets a double! That's a great spray from Gorang, and a great start, mind you. Only building on it even more on the members of Only Friends, as SP5 gets another kill, this time with the operator back on the A-bomb side, and Enigma's attack, which was looking nice. This time, all on A has entirely been evacuated and just completely shut down.
Ow. It just took 2 seconds for this round to begin and 2 seconds for it to end. And it's pretty much a flawless as well. Oh my god, HBS, that swing was deadly. And SP5, he doesn't care if you wide swing, he doesn't care if you short swing. He's just gonna hit that shot regardless. 1 and 6, ladies and gentlemen. And just as Astra is saying, yes, fam. Yes. They get one more. And hey, with this round being under their belt, I honestly do believe that Only Friends are going to be really happy moving on down the line. Because now that they have this, they broke the momentum, they broke the confidence of Enigma just a little bit, took them down a couple of pegs. They're chipping away at it. And once that economy breaks, once that bank becomes worse, that's when Enigma will start to feel that pressure.
It can. And right now Enigma aren't in any pressurous position because they know the economy is fine. They know they can win their gunfights. The previous round, just plenty of kills that went in favor of Only Friends. Here, however, we may see similarities to that as Kev gets his first kill of the match. So that's good for him. Again, will be great for his confidence. Was having a quiet day, but now as a Raze main, as a person playing Raze at the moment, he's got to be, well, as Raze always is, explosive in nature. Rexy in the meanwhile lurking through the shadows. HVS also trying to spot him out, trying to just jiggle peek his way, and meanwhile it's going to be Kev spotting another player, this time on mid vents, and that's going to be a kill. Gorang on the A bomb side trying to stop the spike from being planted, but that won't be happening anytime soon. HVS also just couldn't track Rexy's head, and the crosshair just missed by a couple of pixels right there. As Only Friends, the momentum that they had in this round, the initial kills that they were getting, all of it has completely been turned on its head because Enigma, not only are they in a post-plan scenario, but they've got the man advantage.
Oops.
SP5 swings out, takes the engagement, and brings them down a couple of pegs as well.
Blinded.
Pika is out there. He's taking the fights. And
Last player standing.
he's not gonna be able to hit that spray though. That's gonna be a little bit painful, but still, hey, it's RVK. RVK can do pretty much anything in this entire world. He spots out the head. He's gonna be able to find that shot. Denies the defuse. Swings out. He goes in left. He goes in right. And there's not enough time. Now is their cruiser to get the kill, but against RVK, it's just not gonna work. He found it at the edge, literally the edge of the defuse. And I'm gonna ask my observer to do me a favor. Go inside of that shop right now. Right now, I want to see that. Oh yeah. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Valorant champions. I haven't seen this. I haven't played the game since the update came out in the morning. But, oh my god. This looks good.
Absolutely
Looks
does.
as good as RBK's clutch.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel a bit guilty. As soon as I mentioned RVK's 8-1 score, he's died in both the rounds. I feel like I am the person
Believe in the
responsible.
curse. Believe in the curse.
That's the curse I believe in. But right now, Only Friends have got to believe in the fact that they can win this round. Again, they have the man advantage. They always do. The crossfires being maintained are nice. And SP5 piles on the pressure even more. Not to mention Cruiser got trying to go for the kill. However, the neural theft will be acting upon all the members of the defensive side. And they have to reposition themselves. Because right now, they are vulnerable. Everything about them, including their position, is known to the attackers. And they can play based upon that. SP5 goes for the shot. Has got a reload. Raw fuel just wide picking. Dry picking. And there's someone behind behind him. Can he spot? There's so many people he has to look out for. Can he kill them? One on the pillars, one on heaven right now. It's going to be Jet versus Jet very soon. There goes the classic right click. There goes the Blade Storm. And oh, unfortunate for the side of Rafuel. Yeah, very desperate. He wanted those kills. However, he couldn't, and he used up his ultimate in doing so.
That was a ton of desperation down in like 5 seconds.
Another round where RVK died, by the way. That's a ooh.
Hey, the 9-3 scoreline is still possible.
That's not. I'm not thinking about that curse.
No.
The only curse is
You
Casper's
have to
curse.
think about that. It's part of your contract.
Yes, absolutely.
It was written in invisible ink. That's why you didn't know about it.
That's illegal, I'm pretty sure. But then again,
No.
okay.
Hey, that's your contract with me when you signed up to be my co-caster. Just like HBS, you signed a deal with the devil, but SB5 is the devil himself.
One
Oh my
enemy remaining.
god! SB5 gets an easy 3K for himself with that operator. Again, casual swing, casual tap to the forehead, and a little bit of a nudge and an uppercut punch to the chest. Take him out, send them back home. 3 and 7 on the scorecards, and the 9-3 scoreline. 2 more rounds away.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think 9-3 is going to happen. With the way only friends are playing, they have this newfound confidence that should have been there from round number 1. But you know what? Better late than never. The reason I say from round number 1, because again, statistically, Split is just favored to the defenders. And because only friends are starting on the defensive side, it could have favored them massively, and they could have ended this half with a majority lead. But now with the fact that Enigma will be on defense, how much of this confidence will last, and how much of it will start to become more anxiety and more worrisome that okay, they are the ones on defense right now, they can try and beat us. As Kev takes another initial gunfight, he's got plenty of utility. He will be using the pain. No, he won't be using the pain shells. He just falls back and goes into safe haven as his friend Cruiser God takes position up here on Wentz, trying to get the angles ready up. He spots one, he spots Anti taking the gunfight. Is Anti going to follow him through? Anti can't. He knows about the boom bot. He knows he only has a sheriff, and against Phantom Vandal, it won't be the case. So Enigma, all of them on the B bot, all of them on mid, with the exception of RVK on B garage. When are they going to launch the execute? It's going to happen very soon. However, all of them seem bottlenecked because of their gun issues.
Spike down mid.
Oh, they're gonna be running it down, man. But still, the gun issues are not really affecting them as much as you would have thought. But just as I was saying that, Chica just dies out, man. It hurts, but hey, do you know what's not gonna hurt?
Left.
It's gonna be RVK's chances of winning this round. He's still in it. He has that sheriff in his hand. He's gonna be able to get that gun upgrade. He's like, where is the gun? Come on, man, give me that gun.
The spike. Oh.
Spike's not in his primes now, is it? He needs to go up. He makes a lot of noise. And Cruiser God's gonna be the one to send it back home instantly. 4 and 7. And just for today,
Last round in
you're
the
gonna be
half.
able to live through the curse. CCP. Just for today.
Just for this map, it's still gonna haunt me. That's how curses work, right? It still haunts me. But regardless, the thing haunting Enigma right now are how good only friends are looking. And yeah, yet again, momentum is going to be a big factor right here. Enigma was completely stopped, and now they are the ones on the back foot, and only friends are just getting more and more rounds. And honestly, if they win this round, yes, going into the attack won't be the best. However, 7-5 scoreline, that's completely okay. I think they'll be able to, they'll be satisfied with that. And they will try and keep their chances of winning. Meanwhile, Rafuel, he's just snuck past everyone here on the bomb side. HVS hasn't spotted him, and there may be some sort of utility. Oh no, HVS knows about him. He's pinged Rafuel. He's just not going to fire shots right now. He tells Gorong to look out for it as well. And Gorong can't peek too wide because there's an Enigma member right here on Garage. Gorong spots. Oh, his crosshair in the wrong place. Oh, he doesn't know it. Communication miss failure right there. As Rafuel can move up to heaven. Where exactly is HVS looking right now? The site has been overrun by the members of Enigma. The Viper split goes through, and the retake is going to be also difficult now that the Killjoy lockdown is not there.
Split's already down. I honestly think that at this stage, it's better for them to just go in for one save, but they have so much money, they can make it work. But against the Viper split, do they want to go in for a try? Just save that operator, save that gun. This is what you don't go in for. Oh yeah, sorry, last round of this half. I'm honestly not noticing the smallest of things. I'm so invested in the plays happening right now
That's
that
true.
it's just that intense. But look at RVK, okay? He's just taking all them heads and he's making it all work. And Rockfield just comes around, does a little bit of a BM for his buddy SP5, but hey, it's okay.
Switching sides.
You know that these guys are all friends. They were all chitter-chattering about each other as soon as the game, like as soon as they got into the lobby, the game didn't even start and they were all just chatting. That's how they are. That's how they play. And with that, a 4-8 scoreline going in favor of the side of Enigma. 4 rounds for their side as they head on down over to their own defensive side. And now this double controller strat, you know how good it's gonna get.
Looking at the performances as well, I mean, everyone knows how good it's gonna get. RVK still at the top of the table, the most valuable player so far in the entire map. Raw Fuel still, not enough competition. I mean, not saying Raw Fuel's having a bad day. No, not at all. He's got double-digit kills of his own. But just, yeah, RVK on a level of himself right now. At the moment, though, I don't think RVK will be finding a lot of kills as everyone from Only Friends looks to execute on the A-bomb side. Antidote spots many of them. Raw Fuel still going for those shots. The crossfire is being maintained and the initial kill happens without a single trade. So Only Friends have to keep on applying the pressure. Antidote tries to escape. He engages in another gunfight. He gets another kill. Enigma are looking way too strong right now. The rotations are happening. The reinforcements are coming in all over the map. As well, speaking of all over the map, Hiccup gets a kill on the mid side of things. RVK is also rotated over. Andy gets his third. And HBS, although he gets one kill, the frenzy will be overpowering the Ghost in this case of close quarter combat as Enigma win yet another pistol round. And now they'll be following through with the anti-eco yet again. And they've got Spectres, they've got full armor, and most likely they will be getting double-digit rounds.
Number 9. Possibility of a 10-4. It's right around the corner. We don't know what to expect just yet now, do
Up
we?
I go. That'll work.
Slow and steady wins the race, but for the side of Only Friends, I don't think going slow and steady is going to help them that much, will it? Dash on in. And Raw Fuel, he's just casually thinking people, well, like, look at Anti. He doesn't even give like no two damns of what's going to happen towards his back line. He's like, I'm going to rush in. I'm going to get the kills. He gets a 3k. And now SP5's left all his own. So maybe good for 1. He does get it, but now he's down to 7 HP.
And 5 bullets. Okay. Not 5 bullets anymore. RVK peaks. I think the Trailblazer gives his location away, not to mention him firing the corner. RVK is looking to land the shots. Goes for the snake bite, and yet again, SP5 has been pushed out of position. He has no other option but to either push for A Heavens and go to defend the spawn, which is of no use because again, the spike is dropped on A main. There's no way he can retrieve it. He's walking through literal death right now. He gets 1. That's great. He gets a 3k for himself, but he will be shut down by Hiccup. A good effort from the members of Only Friends. They got 3 kills in this round, but still from the side of Enigma, just the guns they had and the performances. Look at Anti. Again, another triple kill for him. He got 1 in the pistol round. He gets 1 yet again, and before you know it, in a matter of 2 rounds, well, it's Antidote who has taken the top fragger spot, and it is now Antidote who is looking to be the best performing player of this match.
So you gotta remember something, that he is 1 away from his after the fight. That's how quick he farmed up that one specific ultimate, and that ultimate can be the do or die for them going on down the line in this round. As soon as he gets it back, because you gotta remember something, that last round was a force fire round coming on down through from the side of the attackers. Only Friends, they forced it. So now they don't have any money and they're not gonna be clearing Raw Fuel, no! But still, instead it's gonna be Anti. This is the people to shut down.
Oh my god!
Spike down mid.
He stays alive. He stays alive from the frenzy of Gorong. That was 2 meters away from him. Raw Fuel completely blind as a bat right there. He loses his Spectre alongside his life. Rexy finds a kill.
What is this
Yeah,
dot, man? Why is
absolutely.
it so big?
Get this crosshair. It reminds me of Aimlab. I'm not gonna lie. There, the crosshair is like this wham. But right now, Cruiser God, his aim's got to be wham as he's got to land all of his shots. Well, it's going to be Antidote. Another triple kill for him. I didn't even notice. He got the first 2 kills quickly, and this was 3 triple kills in a row. Antidote can't be stopped right now. Consistent multi-kill rounds for this man. And he's just at the top of his game. Everyone from Enigma is performing like that because Enigma 2 rounds away from taking the map.
really surprised that this was the case here for map number 1. This is their best map. This is the map that they're most
True.
comfortable in, and this is the map where pretty much Enigma are untouchable. They have even beaten out on every one of the other bigger teams as well. Let it be Global, let it be GE. Like, sorry, let it be Velocity. They have beaten everyone. They're there for a reason, and that's why they're this good. But for now, we can't really say anything much now, can we? Because this time around, that was a good shot from the side of Cruiser God. It tags them down to very low levels of HP. Now they're moving on in. And this could end horribly if you don't get your timings out beautifully as well. Your RBK is gonna be good for 1, RBK is gonna be good for 2. That vulnerable Flurk, and it's magic. They swing him and they're dead. Just 2 bullets from that Spectre.
Look at Antidote.
More than enough.
Huh? That should not have been the case. Okay, a case of overconfidence right there for Enigma. They knew they had the man advantage. They still do. But just pushing angles like those, that shouldn't have happened. Rexy right now with the budget operator, with the Marshal trying to go for kills. He got one in the previous round. Right now, the only difference is his opponents have 50 armor and full health. So, only friends, they have the
30
spike.
seconds
They
left.
don't have the best of positioning, but they can still hop on for an execute and try to make it a post plan. They just need a slight bit of map control, which is why we can see them pushing up a rafters, and Rexy can spot them. There's going to be a Marshal, there's going to be an operator. The Marshal goes, the operator also goes. 2 headshots, Vandal Phantom. There is not enough time. Are they going to go on B?
10
No,
seconds
they're
left.
sticking on A. Hika knows about this. He has the crossfire. He spots one. He spots the second. He gets the headshot. All he needs to do is kill the person. Can he see him? Yes, he sees him. However, Gorong lives to see another few seconds. It's going to be control versus initiator. Gorong takes the gunfight. However, Hika takes his life. And Enigma, they take map point. The operator is important, yes.
He's gonna go up top. He's gonna pick it up. He's gonna go back down. And he's gonna be like, wait, that's a Marshal, not an operator. Where is the op? Oh, he has enough time. I thought that, wait, is the op somewhere on the other side of the map? But hey, it's getting a little bit too close for comfort. I normally will never go up that far to pick up the operator. Doesn't matter what kind of a timer it is. I just get scared a little bit, dude. Like, you know, that sinking feeling
Everyone
that if you
has
mess
that
up a
teammate.
jump, like if you
Everyone
just-
has that random teammate, yeah.
Yeah.
Who just doesn't diffuse the spike, and you're like, just hold the button, hold 4, just do it.
Happen to be too often that one of my teammates, I tell him, oh dude, there's a Vandal there or an operator there on this side of the map. You can just pick it up, you can do a half diffuse and you can come on back. The guy doesn't even do a half diffuse, comes on back. And sometimes he just misses the diffuse entirely. And I'm like, bro, I told you to do half. And he's like, you told me to save! And I'm like, I do the half! Just frustrations all around. That's how it goes in the game of Valorant. And for the side of only friends, that's the kind of frustration that they're feeling. And wait, did the dog just miss? Hello?
I think you may have. Right now, be it halves, be it fulls, right now it's got to be complete for the side of Only Friends as they get a turret kill. Again, the MVP of this match right now. Cruiser God, he gets the opening frag. Kev is still looking for more, pushing for more area as well. And RVK is trying to deny that, but Kev has pushed up. And,
God.
oh, unfortunate.
Ferrari
Just-
that hard, man.
But regardless, SP5 is also making progress. It's going to be Jet versus Jet very soon. No, it's not going to be soon. It's going to be a quick, painless death for the side of SP5 as Raw Fuel just clicks the back of his head and takes his life. Only Friends down to 3 members. The same can be said for Enigma. The Execute is right here. Antidote all by himself. He has to defend. He gets one. He spots another on top of the rafters. He hears them coming down. Where exactly is he going to peek? He's just waiting for his teammates. Peeks, and this may just be it. Gorong all by himself. 1 kill. There's the first. That will be it.
Defenders
Yep.
win.
Hide the bodies. We weren't here.
Quick, clean, easy, and simple. That's the name of the game for Enigma. Enigma just, they knew what to do. They were running around as if they owned the place, the amount of utility that they used, the way that Anti was positioning himself as well. It was just too smart. And that's the thing, only friends, they were just not comfortable at all. They didn't know what they really needed to do to bring this one back for their side. They tried to go in for push, and when the push came to shove, only friends that were not able to retaliate. And Enigma just swept it all away. Let's head on down over to the match highlights immediately, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to be dilly-dallying for any longer because right off the get-go, we can see that Only Friends, they weren't in their element whatsoever. They were trying to make plays happen. They were trying to switch things up, but Split, it requires a very specific kind of playstyle, the playstyle that Only Friends were not able to facilitate. They need to bring in a different level of flavor to the way that they want to approach the map. And Enigma, they just read into all of the strategies that Only Friends were trying to do, but strategy-wise, they were just not able to get it. Now were they? Rexy as well, getting that knife to, showcase the cruiser god that, hey, buddy, I got you. Like, you know that whenever you are playing against your friend and he's on the opposition team, you just gotta make sure that you take him down in the most disrespectful way possible, because that's how friends are. And in general, I do believe that Enigma, they were just a better squad on this map because, hey, it's Split. No one likes this map, other than the top teams, of course. And them being able to get it, it's perfect for them. Now,
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It was a great performance. I mean, just plain and simple. From the side of Enigma, as exactly they were just getting kills. We mentioned almost all of the members from Enigma, and I talked about them, getting 4Ks, 3Ks consecutively, consistently, and that was just the name of the game. Only Friends. No matter what they tried, composition wasn't a big factor right here. It was just plain and simple kills. Who was getting more of them and who wasn't? And in this case, I think everyone can understand which team was getting more of them.
this case, Enigma, they just had the better control. They knew what fights they really needed to take, what they really needed to bring. And in that sense, is that fine? Because this is the type of scoreline that we would expect from a team that is just a lot more comfortable on the map. It was a 4-8 scoreline, then it turning immediately down over to a 4-13 was bound to happen. It's not us being a little bit one-sided on the side saying that Enigma is just way better, but statistically speaking, and from what we have seen throughout this entire match, for the first map at least, he'll say that. For the second map, as we go on down a matter of seconds. But for now, the only thing that I would say for the map of Split is that you need a little bit of a different game plan and a different strategy to approach this, because currently the sky pickup on the map of Split, it's just a little bit too iffy. It's better to play that breach. It's better to play something like a Sage if you're trying to go in for a little bit more of a versatile play and a versatile plan strategy, or even the double controller strat that Enigma are running, because these two strategies can work wonders. But for now, at least, it's just not going to be working out for them. And now, Enigma, they're going to be in their own position, because looking at the scoreboard, as you can see, Antidote, he has 20 kills to work with, 310 ACS, RVK with 18, Rolfio with 13, Hika with 11. It's just something so different when you watch Enigma perform to the best. And the one thing that I have noticed throughout all of the games of Enigma is that Antidote, 20 kills. Like, he's just a top fragger all the time. He embodies what it means to be a controller and a duelist at the same time. He is he's a controller in the form of a duelist, but he's not a duelist in the sense that he's going to take 1v1 engagements against someone and he's going to swing out of corners to take those
Yeah.
fights. No, he's going to be that person that, lurks in the shadows and then pounces on top of his enemies, getting multi-kills all over the entire server by just being there. If he is the last line of defense, you know for a fact that he has a chance of clutching it out because of his massive brain and also his intense gameplay. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be setting up game number 2. We're going to be heading on down over into a short break. We'll be back with you real shortly with the Ultragear Tec Gauntlet Season 3. Our powered by Crucial, our apparel partners are 6x6, accessory partners Cosmic Byte, and our esports partner is none other than Aimlab. Don't go anywhere.
From the legends of memory and storage, Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products, precision engineered for speed and stability. Crucial Ballistics.
Welcome back everyone to LG Ultragear presents TEC Gauntlet Season 3 with our apparel partner 656 alongside accessories partner Cosmic Byte, Esports partner Aimlab, brought to you by Crucial in association with Red Bull. And I am joined alongside Aggressive. Aggressive, we have seen one map of Enigma versus Only Friends here at Group A. And that one map, well, let's talk numbers. You know, it was 13-4 as we can see on our screens right now. The map was split, chosen by Enigma, won by Enigma. pretty one-sided, I'm not going to lie. Do you see any hope of optimism, or do you see any positive scenario for the side of Only Friends going into Haven?
Going into Haven, the thing is that normally what's the age-old Valorant curse, other than the 9 and 3? It's always that you win out on your opposition's map and then you lose out on yours. But if your opposition wins out on their map, then there's a high possibility of it just being a 2. Yeah, those are some of the curses that we follow. Those are some of the beliefs that we have whenever we play the game of Valorant, whenever we cast a tournament, whenever we play a tournament. You always got to remember some of these factors, because if your opponents don't anti-strat you on your favorite map, so what's going to happen when you go down over onto their home turf? It either could be the most one-sided affair, a possible 13-0 scoreline going in the favor of the side of Enigma, or Only Friends, they could have something so spicy, so good, that it's going to make even the hottest, spiciest challenges in this entire world feel absolutely dull. Now, Only Friends, they as a squad, they have the aim to make it work. But other than that, it's just not going to be as good.
The only thing I hope Only Friends have done their homework on is going to be yesterday, when Enigma played this very map against the side of Global Esports at the showdown, and Enigma lost pretty bad. They lost 13-2 there. So it was a extremely one-sided affair favoring GE. So I hope Only Friends, in order to have a chance on this map, they studied how Enigma played and they found out their mistakes, and they're going to exploit and capitalize on it as much as possible. Because again, statistically, Haven is the strongest and like the most played map on the side of Only Friends. They have played Haven far more than we have seen them play Split. And right now, with their performance on Split, that can be an example. So I'm not going to lie, I have theories and I have a few reasons why Only Friends can be strong here. But practically, Enigma just wield all power right now in this dynamic in the BO3, because they have won Split 13-4, because they know they're the teams going into the main event, going into the playoffs of the Gauntlet, and it's not going to be Only Friends. They're still going to be stuck in the season. They won't be relegated. They'll just be in the same position all over again come the new season. So with that being said, Enigma just have this power dynamic right now, and they can just ride the momentum of the previous map, where every single member from Enigma gave a good performance and they had multiple kills. They had 3Ks, headshots. Even on the side of Only Friends, they had good performances. Just wasn't enough, with the exception of SP5, who with the operator was absolutely lethal, and I want to see him use that gun yet again. Starting off, it will be the defense of Enigma. However, once the side swap happens, I really want to see SP5 just have the operator round after round as much as possible, because he can make use of it. If he can use the op on a map like Split, even in close quarter gunfights such as like mid and B heaven, not just like long hallways, then on Haven he can absolutely get a great ton of value from that gun.
Just for now, at least, it's just not gonna be working out as good for them, is it? Because think of it like this: on the map of Haven, what do you normally rely on? You always rely on a lot of strategy. You always rely on the fact that, okay, we're moving as a 5-man squad. We take control over onto A, we take control over onto C long, maybe we take a little bit of control over onto B mid, and then we go in for a rush. We try to call in for fakes. We try to call in for as many rotations as we possibly can from the side of our opposition. That's how you play the map of Haven. But side of Enigma, they embody that level of control. They are the team that we look to just have that control by default. And for Only Friends to fight against it, it's going to be a little bit of a one-sided affair in my eyes. But hey, this is their home map. They could have something super spicy, possibly a Euro. I'm seeing a KO on towards the side of Kev. They could pull off something insane if they can make this work out for themselves.
It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. This may be the final time we'll be seeing Only Friends here at season 3 of the Gauntlet. So they absolutely need to have a proper send-off. For the side of Enigma, even if this may be their final regular season match, we 100% with certainty will be seeing them in the playoffs. So all Enigma fans, they don't need to be sad about anything. They can relish, they can cheer their team on once they make their way into the playoff brackets and they get seeded, etc., etc. But for now, they are seeded on on this map against the side of Only Friends, and Only Friends have chosen their roster. It's going to be a double duelist.
Choose your
Pretty
agent.
interesting. Gorang back on the Astra. HVS in this case will be playing the Sentinel, as it's going to be Cruiser God and HVS switching agent types. And Cruiser God now out of the Killjoy onto the Sova, and HVS not on the Sky anymore, but rather on the KJ. On the side of Enigma, looks like they are going to go for double initiator. So it's going to be Sova and Sky. Pretty interesting combinations. On one hand, you've got double duelist backup. On the other, Enigma aren't going for double controller like they did on Split. It's time for double initiator.
It's that double initiator setup that we know and love on the map of Haven. And Enigma, they're kind of one of those teams that will always rely on the meta. Always go for something that works for them. They always can turn it all around. And another thing about the side of Enigma is that they don't personally like the reach like all of the other South Asian teams that we do know at the tier 1 scene, primarily being Velocity and GE. They always will play that reach, but for Enigma, not really. They like that Sky a little bit more. Let's head on over into the match, ladies and gentlemen, into the game, because now this double initiator setup could just wreak a lot of havoc, because Only Friends, they don't have a proper plan to go up against it, especially now that they are on their own attacking side, the much more stronger side of Haven, mind you. It could all just fall apart at the snap of a finger.
Absolutely good. So here we go. The pistol round is going to commence. Raw Fuel's right here as the initial line of fire fight, and he loses his life to SP5. This is great for the side of Only Friends. The top fragger, or well, in theory, one of the best performing players of the Gauntlet is gone right out the gate, and alongside it, he has dropped the Sheriff. So Enigma are in a bit of state of panic. We can already see they have rotated 2 members over to the A-bomb side. Even though there's really no execute happening, everyone from Only Friends has also rotated over, and for now, at the moment, it's Hika all alone on C. As soon as he spots a player, as soon as he spots just another soul, and I think he will be giving that he will be giving those calls to his team that, boys, people are pushing here. I've got to fall back. You've got to come in. And side control has been taken by Only Friends, but here comes the retake. A lot of information from that owl drone, and Kev, he capitalizes on that. He gets one more. Antidote is stuck in a vulnerable position. He's being pushed from all angles. Him alongside RVK. They do get 2 kills. Cruiser God also falls, and before you know it, Enigma have taken complete control of the bomb side with this 3-pronged attack. They came from the left, they came from the right, and they killed everyone. Rexy stayed alive.
Rexy is just so sexy for a reason. But with that, it's 1-0, ladies and gentlemen. 1-0. It's fine. It's a map of Havens. Piss around, Hakuna Matata. Move on down from that. Move on down over towards the anti-eco, because this anti-eco could just be a little bit more dicey, knowing that on this map, you could easily, and I mean very easily, pull off a thrifty if you're able to stack down properly and play out your trades. That may be true for any other map, but on this map, it's a little bit more simpler because you can pick and choose your engagements a lot more easier in comparison to any other side of the attack. They know for a fact that they've been spotted out. They are giving away so much information that if the rush comes, they're gonna get mowed down in like 2 seconds. And Hika, he's gonna be the lawnmower. Here comes the weeds. 1, 2, 3.
One down.
Gets 1. Looking for more. Oh, he knows about the jet. The jet dashes away. He's got to reload. And there's Raw Fuel to the aid. Hiccup Eats. He gets a double kill. But then again, it's the Spectre. Run and gun is just all too mighty with that SMG. HVS. I would say it's a great position. But I don't think he has the spike. You know, the spike is dropped right in the outskirts of Garage. And HVS is looking to peek that, but he won't be. Raw Fuel gets a double with the Marshall. Hicka gets a triple. And that is a flawless round. Enigma, anti-eco, no thrifty. Nothing like that will happen. They didn't even suffer casualty. They can go for this bonus round. As a matter of fact, they will be. Only Friends made the smart choice. They didn't go for a force buy in round number 2 like they did on Split. So they can opt for rifles. They will be opting for rifles full armor, which is the good case for them. They have the gun advantage right now. They just have to play on that confidence that they had for a bit on the map of Split. I sincerely hope that the same thing that happened on Split, where for the initial 7-something rounds, only friends didn't manage to get a single kill or a single round, and then they just started piling on more and more and more, and Enigma couldn't counter it for a solid 4 or 5 rounds. If something similar happens, well, it will be good for Enigma, but right now, things are looking on the up and up for the side of only friends. SP5 yet again with the opening kill with the Vandal. There goes the owl drone pushing through. Rexy's location is known. He's got to check multiple angles. SP5 peaks. 32 HP is with which Rexy's alive. However, with both the jets being gone, only friends have to look for another way of executing onto the bomb site since A is not viable anymore.
They're going into the waiting arms of RBK, but still, the Sheriff is not going to be able to take the head of HBS. Instead, it's going to be the other way around. The Vandal, for once, is reigning supreme against RBK, that is. But now, it's Hika's turn. He has the Spectre, he has a flash. He can going out. He's gonna be running it out as well. He spots on the player, but still HBS. He was not full on blinded, now was he? Better gun wins out on the situation. Crosshair placement's gonna be reigning supreme in HBS. He's able to answer back and clap back hard. Gets a 3K for himself. He's looking for one more, but still Kev, he's not gonna be giving that kill away. Gets himself on the board too. With that, 2-1 on the scorecards, and only friends, they're able to answer back with their first initial round.
Alright, so goodbye round for the side of only friends. A couple casualties here and there, but nothing that'll hurt them too badly. Only thing that can hurt them are bullets. Bullets from the guns of Enigma Gaming, because now the guns that they have are far better. They've got rifles. I spotted that operator from a mile away and everyone knows about it, and I think that op can be deadly. Paired alongside the recon bolt, the shock darts, raw fuel can make a big mess out of the setup of only friends right here. He's holding the angle. He's ready. No one from only friends wants to push it right now. They know that Enigma have good guns. I think they already deep down they have some semblance that okay, they may have the op. However, oh, it doesn't even matter. Kev gets the kill. This is great. Raw fuel has been shut down for the past 2 rounds as the opening frag, and he may be getting a bit frustrated seeing how he just got this heavy, expensive investment of 5,000 credits in the form of the operator, but it just did not pay off. And only friends, they may as well be on their course to get another round win, but it's going to be difficult. Raw fuel may be gone, but 4 other defenders stand in the way of victory for only friends.
Rexy spots out one of the players as well.
You should run.
Here it comes. Here comes the rush. Here comes the push. Here comes the hold over Rexy.
Spike
He's not
down
gonna be giving
A.
anything away. This guy is on a different tear, but he's running around in the attacker side and Killjoy locked out. He just wanted to rush on it, maybe go in for a kill for himself, but still that's not gonna be the case here. HBS answers back hard with his own accord. 2 versus 3 situation. It was such a good spot, but why did it have to go in like this? Hika, he needs to be the difference maker. He needs to be the man of the hour. He needs to be the man of this entire match if he wants to go in for this fight. But no, Rexy's not gonna be able to find it, but still Hika's gonna be able to find one. He spots him out, and Hika's just too good to take out the last 3-1, ladies and gentlemen. And Hika, he's gonna be the one to clutch it all out.
Alright, right now. Oh, and he gets the operator. This was big. I was talking about how expensive that investment was, and he has saved it for raw fuel. And raw fuel, you know, just hopefully for his sake and for all the Enigma fans' sake, he can deliver. For the past 2 rounds, been a bit quiet, has been shut down, and that may be something that only friends are looking forward to. If they can keep on doing that, that'll be absolutely amazing for their side. If they can try and deny raw fuel from getting multiple kills round after round and try to get that operator removed from his hands, it can be lethal. Yet again, we'll be seeing him in the same spot. There goes the shock dart, and Enigma are ready, so are only friends. Both the teams, they've got plenty of ultimates on board. Hika just a tad too aggressive right then. He's got to fall back. He knows he can't take that gunfight because he was all alone, unlike his opposition right there. So, still, only friends are slightly making their way through the map. We can see Kev has entered a shot. He's right here. He's also looking to enter. Rafael holding the angle. His flick has to be on point. He sees the jet. The jet shoulder peaks. Kev is doing the same. Rafuel knows about it. He spots the barrel of the gun. He knows the jet is teasing him. And Rafuel gets that frag. So finally, Rafuel's operator soars. And what's the saying, aggressive? It sings the song of death. Is that how it goes? Or is that the marshal?
No, that's the operator.
Ah.
And it really depends. Like, the one thing that I use whenever someone uses the dragon operator, being the Elder Flame operator or the Vandal.
I don't know
Ice-
what they're called. I have no clue about the skins. Sorry.
Come on, man. Skinergy. You see that extra 10%
seconds
headshot?
left.
Just look at RBK. He's got that arcane sheriff in his hand. He's just
Last
piling
player
people.
standing.
Not arcane. What am I saying?
Spike down.
Yeah,
B.
I'm just a little bit dumb right now. Don't worry about me, ladies and gentlemen. This is the mage pump.
I'll tell you which one it is.
Mage pump.
This is. It is the purple shiny one. That's how you
Yeah, the
describe
purple
skins.
shiny one. Yes, it has
That's what
purple
everyone should call
lightning
it.
coming out of it.
So that's what makes it shiny. The lusciousness.
Clockwork sheriff. Let's just call it that.
Mm-hmm.
But as you can see, like, look at RVK. That extra 10% headshot percentage just gives him that edge against everyone else when it comes down to a sheriff game. RVK, he's like, you know how we wake up in the morning, we're like going through our clothes and we're like, what do I wear today? RVK is like that when it comes down to a sheriff's game. Every single morning he wakes up and he's like,
Get out of my way.
what do I feel like? Do I feel as though I'm a little bit clockworky? Do I want to go back to the 1970s, 1960s? Or do I
if
feel
he's
as though...
looking for good, if he's looking for, I can't say a lot about skins, but if he's looking for good attire, he can always go over to 656 and order himself some great drip. Absolutely. As right now, Cruiser God, he orders himself a crispy wall bang, and Antidote takes the location of Rexy right now back here on Garage. He'll be looking for the kill. He spam fires. A lot of members, I mean, a majority of the members from OnlyFriends are pushing to Garage. Hiccup has to go for the kills. Hiccup does, and he also peeks. And this initiator controller duo is absolutely lethal. It dispatches 4 members of OnlyFriends in a matter of seconds, leaving HVS and his fire blood omen red skin of the sheriff alone.
It's just... it's just a 1v... It's a 1 versus 4 situation, an impossible situation for him to go on back from. And hey, HVS, around the corner. One more shot, they're gonna be able to do it. Send it all back home. 5-1 on the scorecard, ladies and gentlemen. And hey, with this 5-1, they're gonna be the ones to bring it all back.
Thing right here is going to be what exactly can OnlyFriends do? That one round that they got, it was absolutely lovely. It was great how they had been punishing the members of Enigma in some instances. But now Enigma are just back up in the lead. Their economy, it's doing excellent. Their ultimate economy, even better. You know, they've got 4 ults compared to the 2 that OnlyFriends have. And one of the ults, which is going to be Kev on the Empress, is just an individual ultimate. It can't help the teammates. It can only help Kev and his performance alone.
Oh,
Hi,
yeah,
hi.
he deserved that. He deserved
Yeah,
that.
he
You
did.
know for a fact he deserved it.
Did it. Absolutely. Just don't push. It happened in split once or twice as well. I'm not sure what Enigma's doing.
No. RVK, he only bought a sheriff. He didn't buy anything else. Just swung out and he wanted to go in for a kill.
Take flight.
That's RVK for you.
Yeah.
Time to hunt. Scout
Right.
destroyed.
Right now, yet again, OnlyFriends are taking it slow. Kev has the Empress. He spots Heka. He gets the kill. Now he can push up alongside SP5, the other duelist in this combination, in this composition that OnlyFriends have. And Rexy, Raw Fuel, they may be choosing to save their guns. But can they save themselves?
Spike
Because there
planted.
is someone on the look. And Raw Fuel, he may know about it. He may hint at it. But he doesn't know when he's gonna strike. He has no clue when Kev is gonna attack. And that's exactly what he does. He gets one. Rexy's right here. And it's going to be a peek from Gorong on the bomb side. As OnlyFriends win this round in a flawless manner. So, yet again, we see OnlyFriends losing and losing and losing. 5-1. Enigma being at the top of their game with 4 ultimates and plenty of credits on the board and in the bank for them to buy loadouts and to buy rifles and armor. And then they lose.
Friends, I do believe that they just made sure that Enigma, they're still serious in this matchup. They don't want to give them an easy time whatsoever, and OnlyFriends, they are demanding the respect. But hey, if you gain the respect, you gotta take the bull by the horns as well sometimes. So Rafiel's gonna be good for one, but he overcommits, repeats, and then he pays the price for his life once again. Kev's gonna be good for that first initial kill. And with that, they're gonna hold it down strong, but a 1-for-1 trade, it's not a good trade in general, because think of it like this. It's a Sova for a Jet. That's a massive differentiate already. And now Rexy is pushing his way up.
He is. And oh, SP5 gets a kill. There's the kill lockdown. RVK is gonna hold his ground. He gets one. That's it. The trade will happen. Lockdown has been destroyed. Side control will be taken. But then again, does it really matter when SP5 can pop off? No, it won't. Enigma lose out another round. Only friends are back up. This is split all over again, I'm not going to lie. Yet again, we are seeing Only Friends just having this surge of momentum and surge of adrenaline, almost as if they had a Red Bull, and they're just completely filled with energy right now. And yeah, possibly to get it delivered to their doorstep and get discounts 100%, as can everyone watching as well. But right now, as can everyone watching, another thing that all of you can do is just support your team, whether it be Enigma or it be Only Friends, because both the teams are in a weird position right now. Enigma, same thing that happened on Split. They were winning early on, but now they're on the back foot. And Only Friends, they may have lost a couple of the initial rounds, but they're looking fine for themselves. 5-3, it's not a bad scoreline at the moment.
Looking strong here. And that's a strength that they need to try and push themselves forward just a tiny little bit more. But wrong. He's gonna be good for one kill. And with that, he's gonna be able to stabilize just a little bit. Not too much, but oh my god! Wait, did he get caught? And he spotted out the gun barrel. He was like, wait a minute, maybe they'll get this. I didn't know the Skydog worked like that. If you get caught out by the stun, you can't move anymore that fast. The gravity wall's gonna pull you down forward. It's good to know. But Andy, he's walking around. He's like, I smell you, my little sister. I know you're in the back. And I know that your head's gonna go clean off your shoulders. Vandal Bullet reigns supreme. 6-3 on the scorecard, ladies and gentlemen. And Enigma, they take one more map for themselves.
Blocking sight.
Good, I mean, a good reply back and, you know, good retaliation, good bit of retaliation inside of Enigma, not going to lie. Because, again, they needed this. Only Friends were back up and running. And I think on Split, Only Friends managed to win, like, 3 rounds consecutively before Enigma finally stopped and they were like, whoa, okay, no, hold your horses right there. Let's not get this map too out of control. And I think they're in a similar position right now. And yet again, Enigma are fine with that. I want to see in this round, operator versus operator. This is going to be another full buy. Both teams in the economies. For a few of the players, it is struggling. Rafiel just peeks wide. He gets one and he escapes. He lands the headshot onto Kev.
Oh my god.
He escapes. All right. And he stays alive. That's a free kill. Kev is gone. No revival, no resurrection. And Only Friends are down a person within the first 10 seconds.
He's just having his own game out here. I saw a meme on Facebook where there's your teammates going in for clutches, going in for insane plays on one side of the map, and then you as a Cypher places down a tripwire, uses his camera. He's like dancing and listening to Payphone from the side of Maroon 5. And then you're like, come on! Help me out here. RBK's like, I don't care. I'm dancing. I'm vibing to music. And hey, he spots out one of the players, and now RBK, it's your time to shine.
Is he going to be... okay, he won't be peeking for now. He just has to hold his angle. The thing is, finally, okay, thankfully for the side of Enigma, Antidote is rotating over to the A-bomb side. And he can watch A long, as RVK can also peek wide. He will be up against Jet very soon. SP5 will be peeking the corner. Does he check the angle with the operator? No, he can't. Too much of a close quarter gunfight. Antidote as well, taking those duels. It's going to be HBS all by himself. He gets a double. But Rafiel, I mean, in the midst of RVK, kind of like the Facebook meme, RVK was just doing his thing. Meanwhile, his teammate Rafiel, he just got a 4K that went by unnoticed up until the final moment. And yeah, he's playing too good. Very good, as a matter of fact. Rafiel has made the comeback. He is performing. We are nearing the tail end of the final of the first half, so the final few rounds are here. Economy is going to matter less and less, as does performance, and as does how many rounds you can snatch for yourself. Only Friends, they can still get a 7-5, and 8-4 is still possible, and they should be looking for it.
That's how you make it all happen, dude. And Rafiel once again playing that one and done angle. Maybe he's gonna be able to find something here. He's gonna dash on away. Run to the other side of the map pretty much. But still Rafiel straight to the smoke's gonna be good for one. Rex is gonna be able to shut down one more. Throws out the recon, doesn't get the kill though, but still he knows exactly where
Oh
they
my
are.
God.
Rex is just running around and then trying to shut it all out. And oh my god, Enigma.
What was this? I'm sorry. Huh?
Gold.
Last round
That's
before
what
the
it
switch.
All right. Yeah, this was okay. This was a slaughterhouse right there. That C-long, that wasn't C-long, that was the conveyor belt loading up all the dead
Conveyor
bodies on the side. Of the side of only friends.
Goes there.
And honestly, not much can be said. Aggressive how you mentioned that always on split rounds get over within seconds. What do you have to say right now about Haven? Because that round, I mean, again, not really Haven's fault as a map, but just Enigma doing Enigma things. And yet again, Hika peeks. What?
God.
He gets the headshot. He gets the flick. And he falls back.
Hika, that has got to be the greatest fadeaway shot that I have seen in a pretty long time. I saw an insane fadeaway already when it came down to the showdown. What is this? What's happening?
Oh,
Rafiel, just give it up. It's okay. I know how good you are. You don't need to prove it again by going in for that repeat.
Hika does. Hika surely does. Again, the Seekers working their magic, getting the information. Goron gets the opening kill to the side of only friends, but I think it's a little too late right now as Hika gets his third and Kev is all alone. He's got the spike. He's got the Empress. The final round of the first half. He can plant the spike. He spots Hika. He finally gets rid of the boogeyman right here. Hika was just too much of a danger in this round, especially with that first flick. I mean, I'm not completely sure what poor Cruiser God must be feeling right there, what emotions he may be
30
going through,
seconds left.
as Kev looks to push down Garage, and Antidote will be securing the kill.
Switching
Hey.
sides.
We know what Cruiser God's gonna be feeling. He's gonna be feeling the pains. He's gonna feel the suffering, just like I have felt throughout my entire life when it comes down to love. But enough with those jokes. Enough with those jokes, because hey, CCB, are you ready to
Yes.
feel the pain?
There's so many things. First, you mentioned the love life joke, as I was already making the face. Thankfully, no one can see my face. It's just disappointment. And now, obviously, you have to mention the curse, because I mean, it wouldn't be a TC
What
broadcast
am I
with
fit
aggressive
for?
and CCV.
About there.
Hey, it's happening, CCB.
It's not nothing. No, there's no curse. There's no curse.
Part of your contract.
There's no.
Yes, it is.
Alright, let's see this round right now play out. Only friends, they have to defend, and defense is getting a bit more difficult as RBK picks off 2 heads with 30 HP. He's pushing. He is the first casualty on the side of Enigma, but he may as well be the only casualty on the side of Enigma, as only friends, they just completely collapse. And SP5 gets the headshot out. He had to take a moment right there to just refresh the mindset and be like, okay, I got the kill. But Enigma take the round. I think the curse is done. No, now what? Only friends have to win the anti-eco. Is that the case?
No. It's normal.
Okay, they're done.
Curse,
Finally.
It is already done here. If you don't win out,
Okay.
oh, it's over.
Any other curse that I can disprove right now? The caster's curse?
I don't think you can ever disrespect the caster's curse, because
I can
that's
try.
a cruel mistress by itself. That's like a completely different deity from every other.
It
god that you
happens.
worship.
It happens when you least expect it. Okay, I can say that much for that one.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I
no,
can
no,
say
no,
that
no.
much for the caster's
No,
curse.
no, no, no.
Take flight.
It's a deity. That's not a curse. That's not a belief. It's an actual god that we all follow. I'm very sure that my producer will also agree that it's like a god that we don't really know about. Just like Rafiel. Rafiel's just that god just flying around all over the site. He's just running around as he owns the place. He's like, I know you, you know me. I know your head, and I'm gonna take it. And RVK, he's trying, but not today.
again, only friends, they're making good progress. However, Hika, he gets one. Oh, he gets the second headshot as well. Just a little too slow in the communication. Gorong wasn't able to see Hika. Or maybe, yeah, communication wasn't entirely. Or perhaps Gorong was just too far in garage for him to not be able to flick over. We can have a look at the replay yet again. Cruiser God pushing through. Hika's in the corner. Cruiser God dies. And within a matter of 2 seconds, Hika gets the kill. So yeah, there was no time for communication. Nothing could have happened from only friends. Gorong just didn't have time to peek over and try to get rid of Hika because Hika was already turning his crosshair and getting those kills. But oh, it's Hika now who's the top fragger. So again, he may be an initiator, but he's never forgotten those days. And I don't think anyone who watches competitive South Asian Valorant can forget those days where Hika played the Phoenix right here. And he absolutely, yeah, he tore apart with those duelists. But right now, HBS, he can tear to shreds the bodies of the attackers as he does with one. One is all he'll get. As Enigma pile on the pressure even more, they are ready to execute on C back up again.
See, he's putting up in his way out of that corner, but still, Cruiser God, look at him. He's gonna go around, maybe get one kill for himself, but no, he's just not gonna be able to get it again. But now Garong's turn. Just jumps out and he's like, Hika, I know you're there. Come on. I know you want to give me a big fat hug. Hika refuses. Garong's like, all right, fine.
Oh. It's interesting. Okay, good kill for Gorong right there. So Enigma, yeah, yet again, you know, just the bonus round for their side. They're just pushing through, trying to get kills. It's going to be Sova versus Sova pretty soon. Cruiser God in the middle of the shock dart. However, shock darts will be traded, lives will be traded, and only friends. They managed to get their 4th round. I'm not going to lie, aggressive. We may see the same score. We may see another 13-4 like we saw on Split. Enigma, they've got the buys. They've got good weapons. They just have to hold their horses and they just have to get simple kills. That's about it. They don't have to try. I know they've gone for those flamboyant picks and those flamboyant frags early on, just like Hika did, peeking from garage and just getting the kill onto Cruiser God, which is still insane. But right now, Enigma don't need to try too hard. They can play simple Valorant concisely and precisely. SP5 pushing through. He knows Raw Fuel is all alone. However, if he turns his back on the members of Enigma, they may counter, they may retaliate, they may kill. As that's exactly what Rexy does, not once but
from
twice.
Garage twice?
I'm not sure.
And RVK still doing that. Hey,
Okay.
they take seaside control, they get the plan. It's fine. I don't... let it be as it is. RVK is just doing RVK things with the sheriff. Hey, normally people wear clothes like... He doesn't he doesn't care about what he wears. The only thing he cares about is his sheriff.
Planted the spike. My ulti.
He's that massive collection of sheriffs just sitting in his arsenal. He's just like I'm
what?
just gonna use it. I'm just gonna use it for the rest of okay, this skin for now. And hey, I got this skin. Why don't I use it all the time? It's a professional level game. It's not even ranked.
Grace, if you can mention all curse, I'm not gonna lie. I am completely just dumbfounded when you mention skins. Oh, look at the purple thingy. Oh, that's nice. That's cool. Cruiser what? Was that a moving kill? He gets 2. Antidote is still alive. He's still looking for those shots. And Hika's going to swing wide from C long with that Vandal. And he secures the kill. But Cruiser God for a second right there. He was one. He was cruising down the streets like a god. Peeking, running and gunning, getting those kills. For a second, I was in disbelief. But... that's still the round. Enigma have got match point. Only friends are still at 4 rounds. This may as well, ladies and gentlemen, be the final round we'll be seeing from the side of Only Friends in this season. So let's try and make the best out of it.
Let's turn it all around. Just push it
I've
all
got your
over.
trail.
Because Raw Fuel, it's his turn to shine. He's gonna rush on in, he's gonna take the swings, he's gonna take the fights. And at this point, like, Enigma, it's pretty much hunting season for them. Go on up, take the kills, shut them down, but no! Maybe this could work, and oh god, Rexy, he knows where he is! Rexy! It's just so good, he's gonna be able to shut down one, not even the person that he was aiming for, Kev! He's got in the crossfire! Antidote's gonna be good for 1, Rex is gonna be able to shut down a second. And now Garong with only 5 HP. It's over.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes the knife. Come on. He wants it. He doesn't have any more bullets left. He's gonna try to run on away. Come on. Don't go in for the knife just yet. Don't do this.
I know
Hey, the
exactly
cruiser
what
god's calling it. Here comes the one. But Rexy's just not gonna be
Attackers
risking
win.
anything.
You're lucky I'm generous. Or else your
It all
family is
down and turns it all up. And with that, it's done. It's dusted. You snap your finger and you missed it. Side of Enigma. They take the 6th win for themselves on the board. And with that, both of the teams have played the 7 matches. Enigma
Yes.
and move it down forward.
They do. Congratulations for Enigma and all of Enigma fans as well. Plenty happy with themselves going to the main event. Not just they'll be facing off against teams from Group A, the other 3 teams, but Group B is where the competition's at right now. As for Only Friends, it was a great showing from them here at the Gauntlet. Right now, not relegated. Good news. Try to make the best out of the situation. They haven't been promoted. They can't. They aren't qualified to go to the main event, to go to the playoffs. But they are still in season 4. They can still give us a better showing. And I think Only Friends is a squad that will keep on improving. They'll just take time. And hopefully the time before, right now, with all 7 of their matches being, ending and season 4 starting, they have plenty of time to work on their map pool, all of the maps individually. And speaking of individually, well, to work on themselves as players, get some Aimlab done, watch some wards, review them, make sure you rectify any and all mistakes, and then just become better players overall. But speaking of better players, speaking of just moments where the players were better than the rest, just, absolutely insane plays that we have, and there were plenty on this map of Haven. Aggressive, let's bring forward the match highlights, and let's have a look at them. And let's see exactly all of the kills that took place on this very map of Haven, the final map that we will be seeing from Only Friends and that we have seen from Only Friends and Enigma here the regular season.
Enigma playing like this, it's just expected. They're strong, they're fly, they know what the hell they're doing. And getting a 2-0 win would be pretty much for expecting this one, especially with composition that they were running. Double Initiator is just a must-have at this point on this map. If you don't have Double Initiator, it's really difficult to get a lot of value out of the way that you play the map. And if you have that Double Initiator, you need to know how to use it to the best of its own abilities, just using every single little bit of utility to the optimum point without ever even skipping a beat. And Enigma, they did exactly that. The map of Haven just got overrun with utility only friends. They got put into a stranglehold, not just through their own utility usage, but Enigma, the way that they were positioning as well. Tell me one time that they were taking 1v1 engagements unless they were trying to go in for a knife against someone. And even when you're going in for a knife, shouldn't you just be going in together as a squad so that you can spread yourself out and just try to swarm him? They got Cruiser God at the last one. But on this one, Gorog was able to survive.
Yeah, he was. But other than that, there were a few, I wouldn't call them mistakes. It was just Enigma being overconfident. Sometimes it backfired. A few of the times it led to Only Friends getting kills, maybe even rounds. But other than that, Enigma were playing solid. They knew they were confident heading into this. They knew they had the win most likely, just because of previous performances and how Enigma, the form that they have been. They may have lost the BO3 against Global Esports yesterday in the showdown, but here at the Gauntlet, they're still performing great. And they're still looking like one of the squads to, take a bit of the prize pool for themselves. Are they the tournament favorites? Right now, no, but they can prove it to everyone that they are able to take the win, that they can be able to take the win. But other than that, yeah, Enigma are looking strong. I am really excited to see them next as soon as the playoffs roll around. Still a few days. We've got Group B matches to complete. We even have Group A matches to complete. We even have the highlights to go through. Still a few more rounds remaining, as we've so far been seeing Enigma just get kill after kill. Good performances from Only Friends. SP5, great potential, very high caliber. I would just like to see him be a bit more consistent. There were times he was absolutely insane, but then again, he got shut down pretty well. The same case was with Raw Fuel as well. There were a few rounds where only friends were just pinpointing Raw Fuel and just looking out for him, trying to kill him, and they were successful. And that was just great counter strategy. But after that, only friends seemed to falter. This was the final round. Gorang, the player spotlight was on him. In this instance, everyone's eyes and the spotlight was on him. He unfortunately couldn't deliver against 5 members on the side of Enigma, and overall, the side of Only Friends, yeah, they end their gauntlet journey in season 3 with a loss. However, they have learned many lessons and they'll be able to improve on that, as they were able to improve on their scores compared to the map of Split. Far better performances that we have been able to see right now on Haven.
Yeah, they tried. 13-4 scoreline, but in a way, on paper, you could see that only friends they can do. Going up against the tier 1 teams of your region, it's really daunting. And only friends, I would personally put them at the middle tier of the tier 2 scene, like slowly inching their way up to the top tiers, like bit by bit. And you can see that through their performances for the entirety of Gauntlet as well. When we go on down over to the group standings, you can get a much more of a visual representation of it. But in general, they were just insane. Throughout their entire season, they were able to perform, they were able to do their games, and now they locked themselves in to that one specific spot. Sadly, they were not able to win a single map, but if they did win a map or two, maybe it would have been different for them. But for now, we're just not able to today. I digress though. They're going to be able to switch it up. They're going to be able to do something a lot more different, and they're going to be able to be the ones to bring it all back for themselves. Hopefully,
Yeah.
moving down the line, if the side of Salt do not get a proper position, but the thing is that they have no chance of getting into playoff, not anymore. If they won against Enigma, then yeah, for sure they had a goddamn really good chance to move on down. But currently, only friends is just a heartbreaking tale for them.
Yeah, we can talk about, the group standings. We'll bring them up. We'll talk about them for the side of Only Friends. Yeah, unfortunately, it's a bit done and dusted. And just like this, map veto, it's done and dusted. 13-4, 13-4, map of Split. Chosen by Enigma, won by Enigma. Next, we moved on to Haven. Only Friends chose the map in high hopes they'd be able to secure not a win entirely, but more rounds and have a better performance overall. Sadly, they won't. TEAMXO N and Icebox, well, we won't be visiting the icy cold depths of Icebox right now. We will be visiting the group standings and we'll be having a look at how Group A stands, with many of the teams completing a lot of their games. So Enigma are done with their games. FSESPORTS as well have finished it through. Towards the bottom of the table, we can see Reckoning are done. Only Friends as well. This was the final game. So we have a couple of matches remaining,
So
but
done.
the only thing that we can see right now is going to be Salt versus Weird. Who takes that final spot number 4? Other than that, top 3 teams have been secured. VLT, Enigma, FS. Congratulations to them. For the side of Reckoning, Sus Squad, hopefully they make their way through the qualifiers, and hopefully we can see them the next time around here at season 4 as well. But for now, everyone watching Group A, whenever you tune into the next Gauntlet broadcast, for which, well, obviously, you can subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of the streams that are going to be upcoming. But Salt versus Weird, that is the storyline for now. Here the regular season. After that, the main event has its own shenanigans. I mean, main event is an entirely different ordeal, but for now, it's gonna be Salt versus Weird, and it's going to be very intense.
Excited for that match because you know for a fact that Salt, if they want to get down over onto playoffs, they need to win
Yeah.
it on a 2-0. No in betweens. Even if they win it on a 2-1, it's just not going to be as good for them now, is it? They want that
Mhm.
win. They want to get it solid as possible. So Weird versus Salt, you don't want to miss any of that. But for now, just as we said, make sure they hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell to do get notified when we do go live. Follow us on our socials, us as the casters, and of course, the Esports Club in general. If you want to see this incredible clips just being posted all the time, we got good music too choices when it comes down to a couple of their clips. But for now, it's going to be all that we have for you for today. Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you all for giving us your time. And hey, we're going to be back with it tomorrow with a lot more action, not just from the Gauntlet, but all of the other tournaments that we are going to be organizing as well. For now, it's going to be your boy, Aggressive, joined by CCV, signing on off. And we're going to be catching you tomorrow with the LG Ultragear Tec Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Crucial. Our apparel partners are 6x6, accessory partners Cosmic Byte, and our esports partner is none other than Aimlab. Good night and happy gaming.